Teaching to enhance development and learning should also include motivation and positive approaches to learning. Materials and activities are challenging enough to encourage thinking and learning, but not too difficult to discourage. Rewards are mostly internal, the child knowing that they can do something difficult. And verbal encouragement is specific and relates to the activity, rather than just always saying, "Good job." Teaching to enhance development and learning also involves guidance of children's behaviors. Teachers should really be modeling appropriate behaviors at all times with fellow teachers, staff, parents, and children. Rather than just focusing on behaviors they want to reduce, teachers should also encourage and teach pro-social and emotion regulation skills. Clear limits and expectations are well articulated and reinforced, and when a child exhibits consistent, challenging behaviors, teachers work as a team to help the child rather than punish or remove the child from the program. We'll be discussing positive behavior support during the Winter Methods course, and we will also be having a whole class on challenging behavior in our Spring Intensive course. The third guideline is planning curriculum to achieve important goals. We will have a whole class on curriculum winter term, but for now let's talk about what a developmentally appropriate curriculum should include. The curriculum should address all areas of development and should align with the standards of the field of ECE. It should not be a scaled down version of a kindergarten curriculum. The curriculum should be integrated across multiple domains of development and multiple activities, both planned and routine, so children gain understanding of concepts during many opportunities. The curriculum should be useful and flexible enough that teachers actually use it rather than just gaining dust on a shelf. A good curriculum allows teachers to use their own knowledge and culture to expand on the topics being taught. The curriculum respects diversity and does not present culture as a tourist approach, visiting other countries as in a thematic approach, which is out of context. Cultural, linguistic, and gender diversity should be woven throughout the curriculum and be relevant to children's lives. Assessment information should inform the curriculum and should be an ongoing process, and the curriculum should build on children's interests and previous knowledge. We will be discussing assessment and observation in great depth during spring term. A good curriculum should include areas of physical development, language and literacy, mathematics, science, technology, social competence, and social studies, and creative arts. We will be discussing these in more depth throughout the fall, winter, and spring terms method sequence. A fourth guideline is assessing children's development and learning. As I said before, we will have a whole class on this spring term, but for now let's talk about how it looks in a developmentally appropriate classroom. Assessment should be completed for 4 specific reasons. 1, for planning and adapting curriculum to meet each child's developmental and learning needs. 2, to help teachers and families monitor children's progress. 3, to evaluate and improve program effectiveness. 4, and to identify and screen children with potential disabilities. Assessment should be systematic and ongoing, not random or too late in the school year to be effective. Teachers should have adequate training in using assessments and should leave diagnosis or labeling disabilities to the specialists. Assessments should be integrated with the curriculum and not measure children's goals that have not been taught. Assessments should lead to clear goals and a plan for each child's learning progress. Assessments used within the program should be well validated and reliable, based on evidence through research studies. Finally, assessments should be shared with parents, and decisions based on assessment results should be made in collaboration with families. The fifth and final guideline is establishing reciprocal relationships with families. To accomplish this, programs need to create partnerships with families that seek to support the growth and development of the child. This may be difficult for parents from some cultures as they highly respect teachers and give them absolute authority. Teachers and staff should welcome parents into the center and actively include them in different aspects of the program. Teachers and staff need to seek out alternative strategies to communicate with parents who do not speak English, such as hiring a bilingual staff or translator. This ends our section on developmentally appropriate practice. I know it was long, and not all methods sequence classes will be this long. For now, exit the lecture and watch the final video on preschool teaching practices.